It's time for Artist Direct on KDEC FM 100.5, your local connection to the music scene. Today's program is made possible by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco.
It's Artist Direct on FM 100.5, and joining us in studio this morning, the OK Factor. And I'm feeling okay now that you guys are here. This is fantastic. We've got Olivia Hahn and Carla Dietmeyer here in studio. And ladies, thank you first of all for coming in on this gross morning. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So tell me, the OK Factor, how did you guys get together? Obviously, you went to school together.
Yep, so we've gone to school together for 4 years, been in symphony and chamber orchestra together. We didn't start playing together until last spring. Mm-hmm. And
what made you start?
A combination of things. Kind of, Eileen Ivers came to play at Luther.
Yeah.
And we were both really inspired by that concert. And so we just kind of decided, hey, we should try this out and see what happens. So I wrote a fiddle tune and got in the practice room, and it just, like, clicked.
That's really exciting that, I mean, I'm sure the Center Stage series and the folks over at the CFL are happy to hear that music like this has been inspired by programming that they brought into the Center Stage.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
In terms of some of your heroes in music, at least in the realm of what you're playing now, like Eileen Ivers, who are some of the other folks that you kind of look up to?
Well, there's the Goat Rodeo Sessions album that just recently came out about last year with Yo-Yo Ma, Edgar Meyer, Stuart Duncan, and Chris Thiele. I mean,
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Do you guys have you done any of their music?
No, it's
Not yet.
It's been a real inspiration, but we haven't covered any
Do
of it.
they set the bar pretty high?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's just Yo-Yo Ma. Yeah, it's crazy. We are really lucky, though. Ayler Orengard is going to join us tonight. He plays with us quite a bit, and
Really
it's
fills
nice
out
to
our
have our own
sound.
little Chris Thiele.
And what does he play?
He does a combination of bouzouki and, it's multiple instruments, not the same instrument. That's a combination. But he plays banjo, and he doesn't do mandolin, does he?
No. Well, he can, but he doesn't with us. He can play everything.
He's
banjo,
one of those
bouzouki, fiddle, he'll play. So, yeah.
Who is this again?
Ayler Orengard.
Ayler Orengard. Now Olivia on the cello and Carla on the violin tonight. Part of the Art House Garden Party and Art Auction this evening at the Steyr Opera House.
Yeah, that's going to be an exciting time because I know for folks that have been there year after year, they always bring in some really interesting music, and this is going to be pretty inspiring. I think people better make sure to bring their wallets because this is going to encourage you to spend a little bit more on Art House and all they offer. In terms of, I'm interested in you because you're both relatively young compared to Tim and I. You're playing some really well-textured and well-put-together music. And obviously you have interests in the realm of string music. What sort of interest do you have outside of string music, and has that influenced what you're playing at all?
Oh, that's a good question.
Because I know you guys call yourself folk funk, right?
Yeah.
So there's got to be, where does the funk come in?
Well, we love artists like Andy Grammer and who else?
Well, Regina Carter, she did a master class with a group called Strengths that we're both involved in. She has some really, I guess maybe the funk is more with some of the rhythm stuff that we do.
Yeah.
The more percussive kind of technical elements that you don't really find in classical playing.
Well, there were some percussive elements in the song that you opened up with. What was the name of that piece that you played to start with?
Pick Me Up Ruby. You can tell the story.
Well, it's funny, we juxtapose it with a little bit of Winter Wonderland because Pick Me Up Ruby is about Olivia's pickup truck. And it's sort of got this summery, windows down kind of feel. And Olivia's truck has a tendency to die every once in a while.
It's okay. She means well. She's getting old.
Like
her name is Ruby.
And I like the fact that you name your vehicles too.
I know we both do that. So you're good.
I'm not alone.
You're in good company. So Pick Me Up Ruby, was it written by you two together?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How is that process for you guys? Because that's not something you just take on lightly. I mean, you have to actually somewhat be able to respect and enjoy each other and like each other and be okay when you disagree. I mean, how was that process the first time?
It's been interesting. It's the first time we ever did it. It was like this complete escape from school and from playing classical music, and we had a blast. Just being rebels, or quote unquote rebels, in the music department. And
it was kind of, I mean, that very first time we played that fiddle tune in the practice room was kind of like, how have we not been doing this for 4 years? You know, like it took us that long to realize we were both interested in it, but then it just kind of took off from there.
Would you have been ready 4 years ago?
Probably not.
No, I don't think so. That's the thing that we always say too, is that we're building off of technique that we've been learning here, and we're definitely not done learning by any means, but the classical training has helped us for sure.
Well, you guys are both seniors. Okay, so you're wrapping up your last month at Luther College. And you're going to get tissues. You're going to be spending some time together, playing hopefully some gigs, and at least enjoying time together before you're off onto your next endeavors next calendar year.
This summer we're moving up to the Twin Cities. I landed an internship with Red House Records.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm doing that, and Olivia is going to be.
So when are you going to land the contract?
Soon.
You're going to slip it into the pile.
Yeah.
And Olivia, what are you doing in the summer?
I'm hopefully going to find a job.
Yeah.
I need some sort of income. So we'll see how that works out.
Is further musical study in the plan for y'all?
I don't know. Grad school didn't really work out for me for fall 2013, but I would like to go back to school when I feel like I've had a break.
Yeah, breaks are good. Yeah. I've been enjoying one of those breaks for the last
lots of years,
last 30 years.
It's Artist Direct here on FM 100.5, and again, we're with the OK Factor live in studio. I was going to ask you guys about being in Minneapolis. I saw a video on your Facebook page, which they do have one, of a friend of yours, sort of, I think it was busking just on the street. Are you guys going to be doing any of that? Actually, you were, and there was a photo of you, I think, playing as well. Are you guys going to be doing some of that?
If it's legal, I mean,
that was
do it even if it's illegal.
That was in Cedar Falls.
Was it
a couple weekends ago? Carla was there. Me and Carla Naylor played a show in Cedar Falls, and then we just something didn't pan out at an open mic, and so I was like, "Do we want to try?" It was like 40 degrees. It was freezing cold, but it was awesome experience. Really fun. So maybe.
That's one of the cool things. If you've ever been to like Pearl Street in Boulder, Colorado, they actually have pianos just sitting up and down the pedestrian sort of area there. And folks will come out and they'll sit all night long and they'll just play music. Some people they kind of close the pianos up at night, but I mean, they'll just sit out there and play music. And I think there's something so special about walking through an environment where people are playing music, whether you're playing it because you're hoping to get lots of money thrown into your bucket, or you're playing it just because you really want to play and you kind of want people to hear you. It's a cool opportunity. So when I saw that picture, I was impressed because I knew it wasn't taken a long time ago and it had to be slightly chilly.
That's cool. It was.
Well, and so you've developed a really good relationship as a songwriting duo and a performing duo, but you write together. And just because you may be heading off in different directions, I'm sure that doesn't mean that it's going to be an end to that kind of a collaborative effort. You realize, Carla, you already know that you can record in one location and mix in another location. And
Well, we've made plans, tentative plans. Olivia's moving to Memphis in the fall, and I'm potentially moving back home, and it's only 9 hours apart. So we're hoping to do some travel back and forth education gigs, but we'll definitely stick with our original SoundCloud, which is what we did last summer. We wrote a bunch of tunes via the internet. So.
Yeah, it's amazing what you're able to do now.
Yeah.
Would you find that one of you would sort of lay something down and the other person would add and you'd kind of go back and forth that way?
Yeah.
That's usually how it worked, I mean, we would send, like, sort of a melody line or a rhythm, and then one of us would kind of fill in the other. And then we got together this fall and wrote a whole bunch of tunes.
Now, that's not something they teach you at Luther, is it? Like, how to use technology like SoundCloud to share composition efforts?
No.
Carla had to teach me. Until recently, I didn't have any sort of, I don't have an iPhone. I just got an iPod Touch. I'm learning how to use it. So Carla's definitely more technologically savvy.
It's good to have one in the bunch, right? And it's like me and Tim. They're not so tech savvy.
No. But there's always someone else to make up for it.
That's why someone I know. That's why I'm just keep going the whole time.
Did you all specialize in composition at all?
No.
Because you're doing these wonderful compositions, and you just kind of have it in you, huh?
I guess it's funny to hear people say that we write things that are well textured and like well laid out. Because honestly, we just lay stuff down and try to figure out things that sound good and feel right. And
well, really, ultimately, that's what it's all about, right?
Yeah.
You don't want to get too much up in your head.
No.
We're with the OK Factor here on Artist Direct FM 100.5. We want to hear more music, but I want to make sure that people know that there is an opportunity to actually see you guys perform live tonight. Now, where are you going to be and what are you doing?
We're playing at the Hotel Winneshiek from 6:30 to 8 as a part of the Art House Garden Party. Mm-hmm. It's a live art auction, silent auction. Apparently there's going to be tasty food, and I think we're just sort of hanging out, playing
It's always
tunes.
a big party. It's always a big party, and people love hanging out and getting the tasty food and some drinks. And this year they're having it at the Steyer Opera House, and I know that you can get tickets at the door. They're $15, but you guys are playing for an hour and a half, so you're going to be out there bringing us some good music, and you're joined again by
we don't want to forget Ayler Orngard is going to be with us tonight.
Okay, is Ayler also a Luther student?
He was.
Okay. Great. Well, that's cool. Way to go, Luther.
And the $15 goes to the Art House Scholarship Fund.
It's their
really
youth
important.
scholarship fund, which is a really big deal. They really do have hundreds of kids each year that request other folks do request scholarships, and that's how they're able to be a part of these really cool opportunities that they have at Art House. So that's happening tonight, and again, you guys will start at 6:30. Okay.
So OK Factor, is there some online access to some of your music?
Yeah, we've got...
How do we stalk you?
We've got a Facebook page with links to our SoundCloud where you can hear all of our latest stuff. We just recently launched our Bandcamp website.
Nice.
So it's the okfactor.bandcamp.com.
Can people buy any of your music there?
Yes. Right now we've got a 4-track demo going for $1 or more if you'd like to pay more than
$1 or more.
Yeah.
Tim, you could even put out $2 and still feel like you got a good deal.
I can afford that.
Yeah. Tim likes a good deal.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it's OK, the letter O and K.
The OK factor, right?
Yep, the OK factor.
Yeah, we'll be bringing some free download cards to the event tonight.
Yay.
For anyone who's interested.
That's so nice. And again, I want to make sure that you guys know that Olivia and Carla also, with the OK Factor, if you go to KDEC Radio's Facebook page, we've linked to you guys from there. So you can also, if you're already a friend there, just go right to it. It'll be pretty easy access.
Definitely.
All right, so what are we going to hear before we let you go again?
This is kind of a silly title, not a silly song necessarily. Han Solo. My last name is Han for people who don't know.
Wait, my kids will already love this. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
Han Solo.
yeah.
Hans.
All right.
Are you guys like big Star Wars nerds or what? You just
No, I can't take credit for this. Another Luther kid decided that we needed to write a tune called Han Solo, and we wrote this soon after he suggested that, and just kind of fit.
That's perfect. Well, it's the OK Factor here on Artist Direct on FM 100.5. Thank you, Carla and Olivia, for coming up, and we're going to hear Han Solo as we go out today. Thanks again to our sponsor of Artist Direct, Holstrom Jewelers on Elm Street in Cresco. After you, ladies.
Thank you for listening to Artist Direct, presented by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco. Catch Artist Direct again next week, right here on FM 100.5 KDEC.